Good morning. So this morning has been pretty relaxed so far. Lucas ended up spending the night with his grandparents last night, so he was not here to wake me up this morning. And Fisher's sleep schedule has still been off. He's been going to sleep late, even though he's not napping anymore. But I'm going to get him up now, and I'm going to kind of show you what we do for his feeding therapy at home. Since Lucas isn't here, I figured now would be a good time to do his feeding therapy. He just started in an intensive feeding therapy program a few weeks ago, but he had 2 appointments with his new therapist, and then because of the holidays and everything, one of his therapists wasn't going to be here for the next 3 weeks that he was supposed to come. So they gave me a homework assignment to do with him while he's not going in, which I'm supposed to be working on stuff with him anyway at home once a day. But this was just kind of, we'll work on this one thing until I go back, and we'll see how that's been going, and then we'll go from there. So I got everything kind of set up already so that as soon as I get him out of the bed and get him changed and get him dressed, he can come straight out here and we'll get this done, and you can see how we do it. Okay, you ready to eat? Wait a minute. Yeah, we have to set the timer. Look. Timer. 10 minutes. Okay. You gonna eat muffins? Yum. Puzzle? You do the chain? You choo-choo chain? Bite. Good job. Good job taking your bite. Puzzle? Good job, Puzzle. Take your bite. Good job. Good job taking your bite. I think we're missing some pieces, maybe. Puzzle? Good job, Puzzle. Oh. Take a bite. Good job. Yeah, good job. Puzzle? Take a bite. Good job. Puzzle. Good job, Puzzle. Take a bite. Puzzle. Good job, Puzzle. Yay, good job. Take a bite. Puzzle. Yay. Buzzer! All done. Yay, you did so good. High five. All done. Yeah, all done. All done. You did so good. Okay, that's it. He did really good today. So basically the point of it is that we put his food in this plate, and our goal is to work on his muffins for the 3 weeks, but he ran out of muffins before the timer was over. So he has to keep going until the timer's over. So obviously he likes muffins, but the thing that we were working on is even if there's a food that he likes, he may not eat it if it's presented in a different way. And so when he eats these mini muffins by himself, he will put the whole muffin in his mouth. And if I try to give it to him on a plate, cut up or in pieces, he wouldn't eat it because then it looks different. So that was our goal, was I tear a piece of the muffin off and I feed it to him, and I'm supposed to feed it to him instead of giving it to him and letting him pick it up and put it in his mouth. So that is a control thing. So that way he knows that he's not in control of what he's eating and how he's eating and things like that. So I feed him the bite. Good job, Puzzle. Good job. Oh, you want to do the last one? So I feed him the bite, and each bite of muffin that he takes, he then gets a piece to his puzzle. His puzzle is his motivator because he loves them so much. And then we just continue with that until the buzzer goes off, which the buzzer was set for 10 minutes. So I'll probably edit part of the feeding video out just because it is so long, so you don't have to sit here and watch the same thing for 10 minutes. And he has to continue in that way until the buzzer goes off. And then when the buzzer goes off, that's his cue. I'm all done. And he doesn't have to do anymore. And then he can eat and do his puzzle freely in any way that he wants to. He doesn't have to wait for me to give him his bite or his piece of puzzle. So it's all good. Are you missing a piece? I think he's missing a piece. And I know I saw it somewhere, and I don't remember where I saw it. Anyway, squirrel. I get distracted sometimes. So he's doing really well with this. And I feel like this makes the feeding therapy look really easy because he's done so well with this. But we have to keep in mind that this is already a preferred food item, and we've already worked on it at feeding therapy, breaking it into the pieces and handing it and feeding it to him. So eventually he'll get to a point where they start trying to get him to eat foods that he refuses, that he's never eaten or used to eat like over a year ago that he refuses now. And that, I can already tell you, is not going to go so smoothly, because we've had times in the past that we've tried to introduce something new and he immediately will pick it up and throw it on the floor, or if it's on the plate, he'll throw the whole plate on the floor. And if you try to make him eat it, even if you just try to put something on your finger and put it to his mouth, he will have a screaming fit. Absolutely will refuse it. And so that's why we're doing the feeding therapy. So he can start eating a more variety of foods, because he really doesn't eat anything anymore except snacks, certain crunchy snack foods, chocolate chip, soft baked Belvita bars. He will eat chocolate pudding, and he will eat rice pudding sometimes. And he was eating chocolate chip waffles, but that's his food that he most recently kind of cut out of his diet, and randomly he will eat it, but like months apart from each other. Excuse me. I can just not get rid of this cold. Anyway, he drinks naked smoothie drinks. That's his only way of getting any fruit. He doesn't eat any fruit. He doesn't eat any vegetables. He doesn't eat any meat. He will eat certain yogurts, but only served in a certain way. He will eat the Dannon little yogurt smoothie drinks. He will eat a frozen yogurt, and he will sometimes eat the Stonyfield organic yogurt pouches, but only one flavor. And he eats his cereal. There's 4 different kinds of cereal that he will eat. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much his whole diet. He doesn't eat like a whole meal ever. He doesn't eat several different food categories on a plate at one time like we do. That just doesn't happen. So, and he used to eat a lot of things. When he was younger and he first got to the point of eating solid foods, he would try pretty much anything. He had all these different varieties of foods that he ate on a regular basis every single day. And then when the SPD hit, because he didn't show sign, sorry, tongue tied, didn't show signs of having SPD until later. Like, he was already seeing early intervention before the SPD started. And so I think that had a big thing to do with it, and I think anxiety is a factor in it. So a lot of those foods he just stopped eating and will not eat. And we have tried to introduce some of those foods more than once over long periods of time, and it's immediate refusal every time. So we're working on it. Hopefully we'll start getting to eat a more balanced diet and have more variety and healthier food options. But it's a long process. They actually told me, because he's been going for a once a month just check-in appointment while he was on the waiting list. So I think he did 3 or 4 of those before he got off the waiting list. And then, like I said, he's had 2 of the actual regular therapy sessions since then. And they said just with him doing and understanding the protocol so well, like one bite of each food at a time and getting a puzzle in between with his preferred foods, that he's already months ahead. Months. Just to get him to eat food he already likes in a certain way. So that kind of like blew my mind. It's a very long process. And some children, I have read in the past, and with past therapists that we've talked to with his sensory stuff, have said that there's some children on the spectrum who can't even stand to have the food in the room. So the first step is even just having it in the room, and then having that food present on the table, and then tolerating having the food at his place setting. So all of that before even trying to get them to eat it. And Fisher will tolerate anything unless you put it in his plate setting. And then that's at the point where if he doesn't want it, he'll just throw the whole plate on the floor. So we'll continue on and keep track of our progress, and keep your fingers crossed that it helps. And so we're done with this. He's dressed. I'm going to go get dressed. And then we're going to head over to my in-laws to pick up Big Brother from his sleepover. And then we have to go back to the store because I forgot like half of my list yesterday. Like very important things like toilet paper and paper towels, and Fisher needs pull-ups, which I didn't realize he was so low on until I got home last night. Like a whole grocery list of stuff by itself I forgot yesterday. So, back to the store. Story of my life. I should just move into Walmart and Sam's Club and Food Line because I'm there every day. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.